You're listening to the Rogers Sporting Goods Podcast with Patrick Fisher,
Chandler Smith,
and Josh from Outdoor Limits.
In this podcast, we'll touch on everything from gear to ducks to deer, turkey, and fishing. From field to table, let's dive in.
I did get out Saturday and in the kayak and started fishing some of the Rogers lures for largemouth this time. I've been kind of chasing crappie for the past month or so. Finally got out to what I really enjoy is out there throwing Texas rigs and different baits like that out there. But I went to a lake that was extremely full of grass and switched up to that Rogers stem worm and just lit them up. And some guys out there were having trouble fishing the grass, and I really kind of enjoyed it, being able to throw that stem worm with the Texas rig, weight or weightless. I did both, but
yeah.
It really was effective weightless, throwing in the little pockets in the grass and letting it fall. It's all about that fall, and that thing wiggles. That stem worm wiggles perfectly. It's I don't know, it's a shimmy, it's, right. I mean, I think there's even lures out there that are similar that are called like the shimmy stick and stuff, because that's exactly what that bait does as it falls. It kind of goes shimmies left to right. Yeah. And the bass just can't handle it. Yeah. And all the bass I caught on that night on that stem worm, they choked it,
Do you get, when you Texas rig it, if you're doing, what size weight are you putting on there?
It depends, typically? But I think I was like 1/4 to 3/8.
Okay.
Tungsten with a peg stop to keep the
So you peg
weight.
your bullet weight up next to it.
Yep.
Gotcha. I've never done that. I've Texas rigged, and for some reason I'm like an 1/8 ounce guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just giving you a slower fall.
Yeah.
But
sometimes I think leaving the weight unpegged helps a little bit with some action, because it allows that lure to resist the fall and fall slower. And then when you start working the lure, you're pulling that lure down to the weight first until it makes contact, and then you're working it that way. So there's some different actions, so you don't have to peg, and then you can also adjust the peg in front of the weight. You give it a foot or so, it'll change up the action than just pegging it down to the worm.
Yeah.
I just found it was easier to fish the grass if I had that weight pegged to the lure, so they didn't separate and get caught up in the grass and stuff.
Up in it. Yeah.
But then weedless, I think, was the ticket.
Yeah.
Because they just smashed it. But I was running the live scope. I could see, fish activity under the grass, which is pretty cool.
And this was in your kayak, right?
Yeah, in the kayak, yeah. So I was able to stay away from the grass, 10, 15 foot away.
Right.
But live scope pretty much under the grass and see exactly kind of different areas and pockets that had more fish life. I couldn't, with the grass on the live scope, you couldn't really tell what was under the grass mats, but you could kind of tell like there's more activity in certain areas, and I would just target those areas and get connected. It was just pretty cool to see the live scope.
Yeah, we're coming off crappie. I mean, there's people still at it. You can definitely get after them still.
Throughout the summer too. I mean, they're gonna get deeper and brush piles and that type of fishing is still pretty fun.
But this is typically, well, unless you're like a tournament guy, you've been chasing the bass for a while now, but you start seeing the changeover.
Yeah.
Switching to bass. A few guys are still out there fishing the walleye, like off the points. Now they've come off, at least like our local lake, off the dam.
Yeah.
They start chasing them out in the main channel.
Mm-hmm. Fun stuff right now.
Yeah. There's
we got like 88-degree weather today. It's
I mean that body of water's warming up.
Yep.
Maybe changing up your tactics a little bit.
Yeah.
Or if you're me, I'm just heading north.
Yeah.
Which is coming up now.
Had a lot of guys head north.
Yeah, we've had a lot in the last, last week, actually Tuesday, and then the last Friday, Saturday last week when I was at the store.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys coming in because they're either heading to Minnesota or Canada.
Yeah.
To go fishing, to hit kind of their spawn.
Yeah, I need to go up and do some smallmouth stuff up there.
Yeah.
I would just love to go chuck a tube around.
Oh, man, it's great.
And have, spinning tackle, tube, sight fishing, all that
like
stuff.
Like Steve, he likes that every now and again. Or Greg, they'll catching so many smallies, they put on light tackle just to have fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're throwing like 32nd ounce, just little marabou jigs.
Oh, yeah.
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 But, yeah, I'm actually heading up on the 9th. So coming up, we got, let's see, 2 weeks.
Yep, and Gregory
heads up next week.
Yep.
Or not. Yeah, he gets back like a few days before I head up. I think we're probably an hour and a half from where
he's going to
be. I'm going up to, and I apologize, I can never get this right, but Lake Cabotogama, which is, if anybody knows where Rainy Lake is, it's just south of there. So it's just south of the Boundary Waters. It's pretty close to the Canada border, but tons of islands, tons of rock.
Oh, that's cool.
Rock and boulders, and it's hard to gauge what it's going to be like. So you try to study as much as you can. The tough part, like we're going up for smallmouth fishing. The tough part about trying to find, that area. What should I do? You're just basing it off of kind of where smallmouth are going to be, and you just try to find them because it's walleye up there, a lot of walleye fishing. So every video I'll type in Lake Cabotogama smallmouth fishing, I'll get 100 walleye videos.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm excited. Get up there, need to go through the
old tackle box.
The old tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Get tackle slung everywhere.
Yeah, speaking of tackle, so before I get to that,
do that
it's
yearly.
just me and Pat today. Josh is he's farming or something. Where'd he go?
Yeah, what is it?
I wonder if
he's checking that sunflower field again?
Yeah, he's doing something. We'll see. There'll be a YouTube video on it next week or something like that.
Yeah, he'll have to. He's doing something, but he's not here today. So
me and Pat, and today is basically just news for Rogers.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of stuff happening, and this is a good place to tell you guys all about it a little bit more in depth so you guys can.
New stuff going on, important dates, exciting things coming up, our plans for the summer, just a whole Rogers breakdown.
Mm-hmm. So talking about tackle, you wanted to bring to light kind of the store.
I want to talk about the store, mostly about the store, but you'll see a lot more stuff online too, which we'll get to. But so if you haven't been in a while, or you're going on a trip coming up, like guys, or women coming into the store, but if you haven't seen our fishing side lately, you really need to come in and check it out. And so me and Chandler were kind of discussing before this, and just about our fishing selection. And right now, I've been there 10 and a half years.
Yeah.
The selection we have currently is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I'm not just being biased because I work there, but legitimately, like when you go down the aisles, and not just quantity, but variety too, right? Yeah, you could have a million baits, and if it's all just one company, or it's, you know what I mean. So, we are packed full in there.
Yeah, if you like Strike King or Power or Berkeley,
everything.
Those things are slammed with about every option they make, and they make a ton of different options. From hard lures to soft plastics, and then we have tons of colors in all of it. Yeah, which is pretty cool. But then with that, don't we have some like real new companies, Guggen's have been really hot off the shelf, and then there's 6 Sense and all these newer style companies that are really innovative on the lures and the stuff that they're doing, and we got a lot of that in there.
Yeah, there's new. So to preface this, we listen to you consumers, and we hear it. We hear the feedback or what you want, and obviously, to carry everything would be really tough. But we do take the feedback seriously about what you want to see. Like you brought up Guggen. We dabbled in it, and it did pretty well for us. So this year, when you walk in there this year, it's like a ton of it. Yeah. So we expanded that line. Your staples like Strike King, Berkeley, we expanded those.
Yeah.
So we just carry even more. One of the local companies around, but like Tight Lines, that is way bigger. And then the new stuff coming out. If anybody hasn't seen, so part of this podcast is going to be, new items maybe you haven't seen or heard of, but like one in fishing just is from Shimano. And that's the Flash series or the Flash Bolt, like the jerk baits
and stuff. Yeah, Jackal, all that stuff is
and they flew off the shelf. But we've got that. So if that's something you've seen out there that you're wanting to get your hands on, that's in. Probably the most popular bait right now that it's hard for anybody to get in. We have them on reorder, and Dave's taking a list right now. So if you call up to the store, and that is the KGB Spro swim bait.
The glide bait. Man, I didn't know we were sold out because I need to get some of those.
We had them in, and they were gone before I could go to the restroom and back.
Jeez.
So
those. Have you seen those KGB swim baits? From him and his shop, dude. They're If you don't know what we're talking about, these are jointed large swim baits, glide baits.
He'll have to.
You can check him out, but Spro.
You throw up a picture for us.
Yeah,
so people can see what it is. The KGB Spro swim bait. So,
but yeah, the KG. He worked with Spro, and they came out with their line, and they look awesome for mass produced
and at a good price point that anybody can enjoy his bait. So it was a good move for him. Spro's a great company. There's another one.
Yeah, that we have
half an aisle.
Yeah,
I just wanted to touch base on that.
And don't forget the rods.
Yeah. So, if you're looking for rods or rod combos, or maybe you're a person that you like a specific rod company, but then you want to pair it with your own reel, would do that too.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to ask for specials in store when you come in there. Like, you know what I mean? And so, depending on what you're going after, but we probably have it.
Did we get those Fenwick Techna in the store?
They should be. So obviously one of the things that we just ended up doing at the store was our inventory. Mm-hmm. So we've been a little behind these. You bear with us if you've been in the store these past 2-3 weeks. It's really tough to do transfers from our warehouse when you're trying to count the whole store, and so things can get mumble jumbled. So we kind of scale back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Those rods are in.
They're heading over.
I've heard about them. They're an amazing new Fenwick rod.
Yeah, well, it's new old.
I think 3 lengths. I think there's a medium heavy, and a heavy.
Casting.
From what I heard.
Like casting. For bait casters, yeah.
Uh-huh. Which Greg told me that would be a pretty good rod to pair with my Corrado. So.
Oh yeah. So 10 years ago when I started, that was one of the hottest rods I had was the Techna AV from Fenwick. Just good warranty, great components for its time, just solid rod. And then it went away. And the Fenwick HMG, HMXs, and the Eagles were still awesome rods over the.
Oh yeah,
they've been awesome rods for the past 10 years.
And we got a boatload of those. Yeah. So,
but then they came out with what's it called? It's the Techna. It's not the AV. Yeah, but it's a Techna Pro. Or
I know he told it to me the other day. Yeah,
but it's like new
get them on the
phone.
Techna AV. Yeah. So we got those. We got new inventory of reels. The crappie fishing, if you're into that, like all sorts of different jig heads, all sorts of different, we got our orders of MEPS in, we got our Zoom in, we got, if I'm just going down companies, I mean, Culprit, Jackal, we said, Yozuri, line, we've got tons of line in stock. We have a whole giant wall just of line, so.
Techno PX
casting rods.
I'm pretty sure that's the one that we got, and I'm looking at them now. But
yeah, Seagar, Trilene, all the spider wire, and I mean, I just
Power Pro and all of that.
You would have to see it in person to see. Maybe if you've been in the past 4 or 5 years, and maybe you thought, it was getting a little skimpy, we hope you'd come back in and check it out, because I think you'll be amazed at what it looks like right now. And that fishing team and everybody at the stores put in a lot of effort to make sure it looks good. And then on this side over here, you guys, listening to us, listening to the consumers, and putting in orders and getting people what they want.
Yeah.
So,
and then the Rogers lures are kind of,
and then that's kind of hit really big this year.
And they're filling in a lot of gaps that we've always wanted. We've wanted bigger packs of pony heads and different things like that.
Yeah. Just if you have, we've talked some about the baits, but the Rogers baits now, from soft plastics, hard baits, hooks, weights, everything. Top water, spinner baits, frogs, your soft plastics from worms to, your creature style baits.
Yeah.
Crop, just everything.
A new lure, that top water lure that's going to be hot here coming soon, is that Rainbow 120. We had the Rainbow 90 out.
Yeah.
It's a 90 millimeter top water walking bait. And
is
then
that the one we were messing with earlier?
Yeah. And then the Rainbow 120 is the 120 millimeter. So that's like my perfect size for a top water walking bait. So much fun to fish.
That Instinct is pretty cool.
The floating jerk bait.
Kind of that little humpback.
Mm-hmm. Like that high back floating jerk bait. That was, I think Steve was fishing with that a couple weeks ago. But when those fish are up shallow, super active on reaction strikes and stuff like that, or are guarding beds, because the spawn, not just talking about here, the spawn's done and gone in the south, and it's probably gone here, and then now the guys up north are dealing with beds, and that's a bait that is crucial if you throw it across some bed areas.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yes, for sure. So
yeah, the rods, I love going in and looking at all the new Loomis, all the new St. Croix, all those nice rods that I like to buy.
We carry a lot of different rods.
Anyways, we could just sit
go
and talk
check
about
it out.
Fish and lures.
There's a lot of
for the full
we'd
hour
be here for a week if we went through every single bait we carried. But anyways, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Come into the store. If there's something you're after, feel free to ask. If it's something, we might be in the works on getting it.
Yeah.
Or something that, we'll keep in our mind, and hey, this may be something that we need to look at. So, but we do take that feedback seriously. And so, check it out.
Yeah. So Pat's over there on the weekly basis, helping out with that stuff. And I'm over here on the warehouse side of things in the office, and we're dealing with something that's, I think, is equal as exciting as the new website platform. And so we are a few weeks into the website platform, and immediately we saw huge benefits from what we've upgraded to, and we're working on making it better and better and better. Every day there's something new that's allowing us to be more shopping friendly for you guys and stuff like that. So our keyword search is so much smarter. It's so powerful with the AI technology and the searching, and so you can really go on our website and find what you're looking for. And along with that, just the mobile side of it, being, using it on Apple and Android. It's just amazing how fast it is and how user friendly it is. That's something that we've been wanting to do for, a year or two now, and we've launched it, and it's helping out a bunch. We're able to do some fun stuff coming up in the future. But if you haven't been to the website, I tell people that, and they're like, "Oh, you guys got a new website?" And you go check that out.
Yes.
It's so much easier to find the great deals and find the hot items and stuff like that, and so easy to shop and whatnot. So, and then there's more stuff coming.
Yeah, I mean, we got people every day, like when I come over here during the week, and they're just working through it and adding this and changing this, and so it's gonna constantly just keep evolving.
Yeah, our last website, we didn't necessarily have our hands tied, but it was harder to keep up with the times and do stuff that consumers are asking for. And now with this new platform, we can do this super fast, and we can really tailor your shopping experience to you and that type of stuff. So it's been fun. It looks good.
Yeah,
and we're excited to see this roll out through the fall, and when everybody comes in and shops for their decoys, it's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, what coincides with that, so we dropped the new website, and then, following up right behind it, and, the trend we're seeing of online sales and people doing internet shopping and things like that, right? That's another place you have to evolve and keep up with. Something we pride ourselves on here is making sure we keep those ship times down.
Yeah.
And
the shipping windows are awesome. If you put your order in before 3:00, we can get that out the same day. And we're doing that almost 365 days out of the year.
Yes.
We're not shipping it on all weekends, so we're not working on all weekends. But so if you order on Saturday, it's going to be out Monday for sure.
Yeah.
But there's only a few days in the Cyber Monday times where
there's a few times where
we're a little 1 day lagged or something like that. But we might not be this year with something else we were going to talk about here in a second. What we've added to it, but we've always wanted our shipping windows to be quick. You put your order in, it goes out. We've done a lot to make sure that happens, and then with our shipping. UPS and stuff like that, they've been, with us being in Kansas City, we've been, 1 day to the Midwest, 2 days to the surrounding areas, we're 3 days to the coast and stuff, and 4 days to like super rural areas. But that's quick. And if it leaves the same day, I mean, people are, talking about ordering in the Midwest, talking about ordering something on Monday and then get it Tuesday morning.
No doubt.
And that's just, that's the standard free shipping once you get over $100. So, I mean, that's what we're trying to do. Now, and that's all based on UPS. Maybe if you're in Texas, you get it not the next day, but the day after.
Right. Right. But what we don't want is to do the 2 week, thing. Hey, you might see it in 7 to 10 days. Not that wouldn't happen at maybe a real busy time, peak time, Cyber Monday or something like that, but we're trying to keep it in that 2 to 4 day window.
Yeah, I mean, personal experience. I just ordered something from a company in the mountain biking scene where, I'm doing all that biking and stuff. I ordered something, and I got an email back saying, hey, we're a little behind, and I guess it is peak season for mountain biking, but they're a little bit behind. You won't see your tracking for 5 to 7 days. I won't even see tracking.
Yeah.
And
then it could be...
After 7 days, then you have another, few days of shipping, depending on how they ship it. I mean, it'll probably be, if they're using a UPS or a FedEx, it'll be decently fast, but I'm not going to see tracking for 7 days, man. That's, sometimes I'm like, man, I want to know exactly where this is at.
Well, I tell people too, except for some unforeseen thing where UPS or FedEx had a meltdown and something happened, if guys or girls or families going on a vacation, let's say it's a fishing trip, or let's say it's they're going on during waterfowl season, they got a duck hunt coming up, and they need a case of ammo or something.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to order it and see it before you head out on your trip.
Yeah, just give it depending on. And then our customer service, you can call them up, and they have like the shipping windows. They can give you a rough guess on when that's going to be at your doorstep.
Right.
And if there's a little bit of a buffer, I mean, we can for sure get that to you.
Yep.
Because they definitely they know.
Hello.
Oh, geez. Popular man over here.
I know. I guess I'm throwing stuff.
Yeah.
Well, to help with that shipping.
Yeah. This is the fun
to make
stuff.
this even faster, to make it more efficient for us. I guess it's a AI robotic giant picking system. I just went out yesterday. Actually, I took Josh out there and we were checking out the stuff. They were loading the bins, but basically, we're getting to a point where we want to create more room so we can have more products.
Mm-hmm.
Make shipping more efficient to the consumer and for us. And so, we got this this big giant picking module deal that is being put up right now, and we're not far from it being complete. So
yeah, I mean, shoot, when this podcast comes out, they're probably going to be running some thorough tests on it and getting the works.
It's pretty
kinks.
close.
Yeah, they're doing that today and working some kinks out. But it's like a huge pick module, area, and it's stacked with no gaps. It's product just filled in bins, floor to 20
front to back,
feet
side
up,
to
20
side.
feet up. Yeah, it's just packed. And what happens is robots go in and pick the orders, and it's pretty cool because we're now able to, put more things, more units in that pick mod, and our labor stays the same. I mean, these robots aren't replacing staff at any. I mean, we're just adding more efficiency.
And people will bring that up. That's not where we went with this. This isn't to replace anyone's
warehouse
job.
Staff.
It's not at all. In fact, if anything,
makes their job better.
We're a growing company.
Yeah.
So, our hiring's not stopping.
Yeah.
But it helps them out, makes their job more efficient and effective, which in return just gets you the product faster.
Yep.
I mean, it's basically what it's doing.
Yeah,
so,
these robots know so many orders ahead where they're going next, and so their next move is all calculated.
Right.
And
they're playing chess and we're playing checkers.
Yeah. Or, with silly putty.
Yeah. Like last night, they just a cool thing that they did, the guys that are doing it, like these wheeled robots that sit up on top of this deal that we're talking about, and they go pick a bin or whatever. So two things that are really interesting. One, they never get below like 60% battery life.
And they're opportunistic charging.
And they will be like, oh, I need a charge. And there's a charging spot open, and each pod can charge 4 at a time. So one will wheel itself over there, back in, and starts charging.
It knows when it needs to get over there,
yes.
and also charges when it's convenient,
Exactly.
It's just crazy how smart it is.
And then the really cool thing is like, let's say right now, in the spring, decoys or like a heavy garment, cold gear jacket is probably not selling as much right now as say a spinner bait.
Yeah.
So it'll take those spinner baits and have them ready towards the top so they can be picked quicker and more efficiently than being buried down at the bottom where something that's maybe not
out of season
would be. So it's just really cool.
Yeah, and then the seasons change, and all of a sudden these other items start getting brought to the top because it's now waterfowl season, and we're selling more of the waterfowl gear, and it just naturally does it.
Yeah.
Just the AI computers, and they figure all that stuff out way before we do.
Yeah. Yeah. So it kind of all coincides. So, we get the new website, this new shipping module, and everything kind of coincides together, and it just all makes the operation
these robots
easier.
they're like little I don't know, like little box RC cars or something. Or
You know what it reminds me of is what's the Robot Wars or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Like
like
those
battle
little-
bots or
yeah,
something.
like-
where they in that cage and
There's
they're
like 22 battle bots up on top of this thing, and
Yeah.
they're just, but they won't ever hit each other. They'll be going like
they can go
up
like
to
15 miles an hour.
up to 50 miles an hour, zooming across. There might be another one in the way, and it'll be like, oh, I need to move over a little bit.
It's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
None of them have flamethrowers or spinning.
I know.
You know.
Yeah.
That'd be,
I want to put names on them.
we need to put like numbers and like racing stripes and flames and like, get them all like,
just decorate each
yeah,
one.
get them all. Each robot will be sponsored by a decoy
Yeah.
company or something.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You just see this wood duck robot
Yep.
flying across the top. But that's been big news. Those were big deals with the website and that new
Picking modulation with
modulation
robots.
station.
And these robots, yeah, like they're like those battle bots. They don't have heads, arms, legs.
Nope, they
they're
just
not
come down with these
C3PO out there.
like, little finger deals on each corner, and they grab the bin, spread the little deals out, and just picks the bin up.
Yeah,
and
so no-
brings it to you, and you pull it out of the thing, and boop.
No
on our
robot
way.
takeover in our warehouse.
No,
No iRobot.
iRobot, yeah. Yeah. So that's those are two huge things all at once here at the warehouse.
Yeah. And we can probably have some clips dropped in. And Hayden go out there and take some pictures.
Yeah, we'll have
it's
to-
pretty close to being done. But we're gonna have
We can kind of give
a
them an
video
idea
about
of
it.
what that robot looks like.
a
up
video about it next
Yeah,
next
coming
few
up.
months.
Coming
We're
up.
gonna have a video about the whole thing.
We want it to be fully going,
Yeah.
and we'll do a deal where you can. We've done warehouse videos before. This will be a good one to do.
Yeah.
Show people kind of behind the scenes, what's going on. So, so we got that going on. Talked about the fishing thing. Let's go over some important dates. So before we jump into these dates, if you're listening, I'm going to give you a second to grab your notebook out.
Phone
Or your phone and your calendar, so you can mark these down. So I've got 3. Chandler might come up with some more or something that I'm not thinking about, but I have 3 very important dates.
You have 3?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, it'd be 4. Once everybody's got their pen and paper, let me know. Yeah, I heard
Your
it.
phone.
Okay, good. Everything's phone now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull your notes out.
Yeah, Pat still he brings the note, the legal pad and the pen to the
I know I can't help it.
The podcast.
My desk. You guys have been in, and I just got like sheets. I just write everything down before I type it.
your
I'm just doing
sister-in-law is
double the
same
work.
way. Your sister-in-law, why do you print everything out? I just want it digital.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, first one coming up is our annual waterfowl weekend.
Yeah, insert claps and fans here. No, I'm kidding.
Woo! So waterfowl weekend. This would be our 43rd or 44. No, that was Sorry,
I think we're like.
I was thinking of the
I think we're like-
fishing thing when we did the 40th
We're over-
anniversary of Rogers.
40th
So,
anniversary. So, but we're like at 20 something.
yeah, like because we kind of combine the waterfowl weekend. You got the truckload flyer. Everybody looks forward to that coming out.
I don't have a hard.
So-
Let's just go with the truckload flyer right now. I don't have a hard drop date for the truckload flyer, but it is
Okay.
going to be
Yeah.
like mid-July or something.
Yeah, let's get into that here in a second after I throw these dates out about where people can get the ads and stuff. Don't let me forget that. So, waterfowl weekend, I say August 4th and 5th. So the ad for that, and this is, we will have an in-store / online waterfowl ad, if I'm not mistaken. So if you can't make it into the store for whatever reason to take part in our waterfowl deals, we will have stuff online as well. I know a lot of people ask that question, so you head over to rogersportinggoods.com and you can take part in our waterfowl ad. So the week leading up to August 5th, the ad will come out
On the 1st.
on the 1st.
Yep.
So August 1st, and
then-
ad will drop.
Yep. And then the 4th, you will see all the waterfowl vendors hanging out.
Yeah, that's kind of so. For people that have been, they'll know what we're talking about. But if you haven't been, let's kind of go over what people can expect the 4th and 5th.
So on the 4th, you're going to pull up and you'll see a section of the parking lot blocked off with a bunch of waterfowl vendors. So we're talking the owners and the guys from Lucky Duck are usually right up by the front door. And then you have Rig'em you have Higdon, you have
Avery.
keep going, GHG, you got Final Approach, you have G&H, you have AV&X. Keep going on. You have Kent Cartridge. We'll have ammunition companies out there,
ammo companies,
Federal, Heavy Shot, all that
AV&X.
stuff. Yeah,
if we said that.
You said
but,
I said that. Heyday is going to be
Higdon.
there. Heyday,
Yep.
Higdon. You said. Keep going on the line. I'm trying to think of everybody. Well, we're going to have some couple new ones like Mountain Ops is going to be there.
Yep.
Hopefully serving out some.
Hopefully we'll get some energy
samples.
in these people.
Yeah.
Not that you need to be fired up for waterfowl weekend, but we'll get a little Mountain Op juice in you.
Yeah, and light boots and.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think Black Rifle too. Is that Black Rifle on that list?
Black Rifle. I know we discussed it. That would be nice. Yeti.
Yes, Yeti. So, and they might have some stuff like that too.
It's also, I'm telling you, it is anybody and everybody that you could call companies.
Yep. Like Ducklander and
Sure.
The guys would be in store too with like, let's say Echo and different things like that.
Yeah. Gosh dang. All of them.
Yep.
Everybody. So that's the Thursdays or Friday is kind of the pre-setup to the Saturday. So like you said, they'll be setting up. You can kind of partake, do a little meet and greet, talk to them. Everybody's kind of running around and they're getting their booths rocking and rolling. And then and the ad's still going on. And then Saturday is the big shindig.
Yep.
So
Saturday, it's like we open it at 9, but then it gets a little crazy outside. I mean, we're going to have food trucks there at 10 o'clock.
we're
going to
doing
have
3
or 4. And I know the
3 or
first
4
food truck
trucks.
is going to have all those like fried donuts and stuff.
We're doing a 9 a.m. one for the sweet treats truck, but whatever that truck.
Are they going to be at 9? Might as well.
Did we say 9?
9 or 10.
I
It's
might
gonna
be confusing. We got another weekend coming up too, but
It's
Anyways,
either pretty
they got-
early. You're going to have some like whatever fried donuts and
they do
funnel
these.
cakes and stuff, like all that good stuff.
hey, you can be sneaking over there to the donut truck, huh? They're like fresh, so it's like warm, little like small bite-sized donuts. They just come off the line in their food truck. Get you a little powdered sugar over them, and they got these giant, fresh squeezed lemonades. You can get.
Because later, 10, 11 o'clock, they're going to start switching over to like, I mean, I think lemonade might be all day, but their lemonades are so good.
Oh my
and then they
gosh.
have smash burgers as well.
Sugar high.
And then that's just one truck. And then we're going to have like twisted taters and that's like
doing the-
that's like fries in every other way you'd want them to have fries.
Yeah. You
So-
like Philly steaks?
Yeah.
They can do that. You like bacon cheeseburger? They do that with
Yeah,
fries.
I don't even know how much. I mean, they might have some like buffalo stuff.
They do,
It-
yeah.
It's
It's
just
just-
crazy, and it's so good, but so bad for you.
Yeah.
But
So
doesn't
you
matter.
definitely want to fast and then eat all day Saturday at Rogers.
And then like Sancho's Street Side is a taco truck. They make some great street tacos. Man.
Nachos, street
That's where I go.
tacos,
That's personally.
burritos.
Yeah, I go get some tacos, some chicken tacos, man. Pickled red onions, some
I'm a,
tomatillo, green sauce, some jalapenos.
I do more of the appetizer at the fry stand.
Yep. That's like a full meal though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so I do a little app there, and then I go over to the taco truck, get me some nachos or something, and then I head over to the sweet truck, and I usually eat some of the little donuts and wash it down with a 32-ounce
Lemonade.
sugary lemonade.
Would you get like just straight lemonade, or you go like strawberry lemonade?
I do. They're all. I have tried them because we have them come do like our picnics and things, and so we've kind of come to know them as a staple for us. But I'm like the strawberry lemonade
it's a good one.
fan, and so I'll wash it down with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then I might head over to that Mountain Ops booth and get me some energy to finish out the
Get
day.
you some Ignite, you know.
Oh man,
ready to go, ready to load some decoys up in people's trucks.
yeah. So along with food trucks and vendors, and they're just not there to talk to you. There's, you know, it's a lot of interaction. There's they got their big giant pool tank set up, so you know you're not just buying a water motion decoy or a spinner
because some
you're
dude
going to be able
said
to
so.
see it.
Yeah.
You know, hey, how's this work? What's it look like? They can walk through, you know, as the littlest thing of programming your remote or all those questions you've had all year. They can help you out right there on the spot. And then we have some entertainment.
Yeah.
We're going to have some entertainment this year.
Starting about 10 o'clock, we're going to have bands playing out at the beer garden. So,
What?
yeah, beer garden starting earlier. It's not starting at 8 a.m. or anything. I mean, it's probably going to start up around 10 or 11 or something like that.
Yeah. Bloody Marys in the morning.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But yeah, the beer garden is going to be covered this year. A huge tent. It's going to have, you know, tables and high top round tables and stuff closer to the stage, and there'll be four bands playing from 10 to like the last guy gets on at 4 or 5 and ends
And that'll be shaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we'll have you all taking care of their music, and the beer garden will be together, like Chandler said, under a tent. So if it's super hot out that day, you can get under there, grab a refreshment, listen to some music, enjoy the day, make it a day, take off that weekend so you can enjoy that Saturday. And then this event's family friendly too. So we've got stuff for the kids as well. That's going to be a separate tent.
Yeah, right next to the that tent, you'll
be
have
kind of there'll
be a little bit of separation. There'll be another tent with all sorts of kid stuff.
It won't be under the same tent as the beer garden.
Yeah,
but
be close enough for parent supervision.
Close enough for supervision. Yes,
but in that we'll have more tables for people to eat from the food trucks, and then we'll have face painting and balloon artists and caricatures.
So
and then,
kids can come play too. My little nephew comes. This will probably be his 3rd or 4th waterfowl weekend in a row, and he enjoys every single one of them.
Yeah, and I think there's more kids events that there's like the arrow target game and stuff where you shoot these arrows with these foam tips at targets and stuff. You know,
it's enjoyable.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And we got people from all over. It's like all over the country. I've had people, hey, where are you from? It's like a game.
Yeah.
See how far away.
We should do that.
I know we've had Alaska. We've had California.
Alaska.
We've had
flown in just to hang out.
Or they were visiting.
Oh, yeah.
But they, that's where they live. Like it's kind of like the opener for Missouri deer opener. Mm-hmm. That's like a game too, because Missouri's a popular state for opening rifle. Yeah. So it's like, how far away are people from? Same for waterfowl weekend.
Yeah, we should have Hayden, who's going to be probably out running around. We should have him like just interviewing people and just seeing like,
hey, where are you from?
Let's find the farthest person.
Want some donuts? Maybe some Mountain Ops?
No.
So, and obviously the sales.
Yeah.
If you want decoys, waders, boots, waterfowl gear,
steel
rigs,
shot,
layout blinds, steel shot. We don't put the whole store on sale, but we've got you covered.
It's pretty close to the whole store on
it's
sale.
just like...
And along with the whole store being on sale, it's something that Missouri does, and other states do as well, but it's tax-free weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And what are the rules on that? Yeah, so that... It's
basically, it's clothing under 100.
Under 100, so...
Backpacks under 50.
Yeah.
And so there's no stipulation, really, besides that.
That clothing under 100 doesn't necessarily mean it has to be, like your go-to-school polo. It's camo.
Kids wear camo to school. Camo's a color.
Yeah.
So Hayden.
So you're saying, like, you're saving like 9-10% on
Boom.
camo clothing on top of the sales we already got going on. So
And there's plenty of waterfowl camo clothing that's under $100.
yeah,
So
especially when you're dealing with like
Stock
early
up.
season coming up. I mean,
oh yeah,
grab some lightweight gear that's going to be
Yeah.
for sure under that price.
you get
point.
ready to go out September 1st dove hunting.
Yeah, September 1st dove hunting,
Yeah.
September teal hunting,
Yeah.
early goose. Some of those Minnesota boys drive down to get some goose decoys.
Oh my gosh,
They start like before our dove season starts.
no doubt.
Yeah,
Dust off the old shoddy.
yeah. But we got a video going out here, you know, in the next few, I mean, maybe next week, and then following, you know, throughout the summer, and you'll get to see kind of how waterfowl weekend was last year, and just people just load their truck up, get all stocked
Oh
up
my
for this
gosh.
year. Yeah.
There was, this is, you know, it depends, you know, what you've got that year company wise, but just, you know, some fun stories. But one year, I can't remember what decoy it was, but anyways, it was on sale like most every other decoy. And I don't know if it was just happened to be that year, but these groups would come in and they'd pool their money together, you know. 3 or 4 people pooled their money together, and we ran out in the first like couple hours. So they come 30 boxes to a pallet, and we were selling pallets at a time.
Yeah.
These guys would come in. Yeah, we'll just take the pallet. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then we bring out the next pallet, and before we could, you know, put it out.
The next guy's like, I'll
It
take
was-
that one.
Yeah, and it was hilarious. I call it
Was it
Steve.
Essentials?
Essentials. So
Essential
that's
Mallards?
another story. It might have been the Flambeau
8030s?
8030s. Could have been the
storefronts?
Essentials too.
8036s or something?
Well, there was one year that we did, so the Essentials, the full body mallards with the bag,
Yep. 70905.
and then that 6-pack of like the Hunter Series geese or whatever they
Yeah.
had.
That was a hot year.
Those 3 SKUs, we sold over 200 boxes of each one just in those 3 SKUs.
Yeah.
So think about
One day.
that
Green
in
gear.
one day. 600 boxes just of 3 SKUs of decoys.
And that
And
we have,
people get serious for
I mean,
this
we got
thing.
like 50 of them on 50 other SKUs on sale, you know, as far as
Oh my
decoys
gosh.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
I mean, we
crazy.
always sell Dakota 12120s. Those are extreme mallards every
Yeah.
year. People come in
your
and just
Dakota
load the truck up.
12120s, your Avian X backwater and open water, like the Higdon foam filled stuff, the
Standard
guys,
mallards,
the
yeah.
standard mallards.
We'll have Final Approach Last Pass goose floaters, which we sell.
Yeah,
We've been selling like that it used to be a standard goose floater back in the day, and we would sell pallets of those for waterfowl weekend, and now it's the Last Pass Canada goose floater.
yeah, 6-packs.
Yeah, 6-pack.
You can get
Great
it painted or
price.
flocked head, and people just
Yep.
go crazy. So, so that's one weekend.
Yep. Kid stuff, music, beer garden, food,
Yes,
Oh, man.
everything.
shade. They'll come
Shade,
out. We'll
yeah.
probably try to get fans and stuff too. So
We'll try to hook you up.
it's August.
That's right.
And if it rains, we have those 2 big tents to hang out.
We
under.
do. Yeah,
Yep. And one of them's got beverages.
that's right. That's right. It's a party,
It's a party.
as Travis Kelce would say. All right now. That's what he says.
What happens like 3 weeks after that?
Yeah, so 3 weeks after that. Quick turnaround. You might just stay in, get you a hotel in Liberty, Missouri
For a couple weeks.
for a couple weeks. You know, check out downtown, go to Worlds of Fun, shop at the store a few times, and then gear up for our whitetail weekend, which is August 26th. And I
That's
say
Saturday.
August 26th because the Saturday is the big day. Again, we'll have an ad
Yep.
come out that Monday or Tuesday.
It'll be the 22nd.
Because we're open Tuesday through Saturday at the store 9 to 6. So, but that Saturday, August 26th, is our whitetail weekend, and that one's really becoming super popular with the deer scoring.
Yeah, the official deer scoring.
Yeah.
Legit.
So we'll have the legit scores from the state of Missouri. We're gonna have to expand this year. You guys really poured it out last year. I don't even know what I'm saying, but
I've
you
never
all
seen
showed up in a frenzy last year. So
I've never seen so many mounts in one area. I like filled this whole room up, and we just had to keep adding
Insane.
tables and just keep adding.
insane.
Yeah.
So that was a bullfrog. That was the Rove.
The Rave or the Rove?
The Rave or the Rove
The
frog.
Rove 60.
Yeah.
Or Rove, yeah.
So August 26th, whitetail weekend. So we'll have deer scoring. We'll have food for you there.
Same thing.
We'll have food
similar
trucks.
things. That one truck that has all the smash burgers and lemonades, right?
Yep. We're going to have, and that one's going to show up at 9 on that weekend.
So
donuts, from what we're saying.
lemonade.
So you can have breakfast, then you can have lunch. And if it's there long enough, grab you a burger before you leave.
Yeah.
So we got you covered there. So we'll have all sorts of stuff, and then everything whitetail. Ground blinds, calls, scent companies will be there. We're going to have vendors. Anyways, so mark that down. August 26th.
It's a party.
It's a party. Get into the bow shop, get you some new arrows. Come on down to the hunting side. Get your deer scent, grab you a new ground blind or tree stand, head over and check out Sonya, and
Whitetail
get you
clothing
some
and all that.
boots and whitetail clothing, and check out that new Rogers Terric mid-season or the Covert. Anyways, so that's awesome. So we got that. 2 big weekends. And
Those
then,
are the 2 dates. You got more?
well, I just want to remind people. So, as always, Rogers does it big for Black Friday.
Oh, we're going into the fall.
Well, I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Don't forget Black Friday, November 24th. And then that Sunday, for all you online shoppers that can't make it to the store, we have our Cyber Monday deal. So,
Yes, Sunday evening, we kind of get a little bit early head start to the Monday. So it's
That's
Cyber
right.
Monday, but it's on a Sunday.
yeah.
But
And
that's a 3-day sale.
we get you rocking and rolling. Yeah.
3-day
So,
sale, and it's just down and dirty pricing and
So those
everything.
are kind of the important
fall
dates.
hunting and whatnot. Yeah.
Waterfowl weekend, August 4th and 5th. Whitetail weekend, August 26th. Black Friday, November 24th. And then whatever, starting that weekend into that Monday for Cyber Monday. So make sure you write those down. The waterfowl weekend, whitetail weekend, you have to come into the store, okay? So book your plane ticket, get your hotel. There's a hotel right next to the store. There's a bunch more in town, less than 2 minutes from the store. So make sure you come in, check us out. We're going to have food. It's a party. We're hanging out. We're swapping stories, and we're having a good time. So with that being said, to finish off here, I want to go back to, we talked about sales, ads, things like that. So for people, just reminders, make sure you sign up for our emails.
That's a
which
big one.
should be on the website,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. Pretty easy to sign up through the website.
That way you don't miss out on, we do a few emails a week, different products
Yeah,
that
we'll
we're
have a
doing
Father's
a sale
Day.
on.
We'll have a Father's Day sale going out
Yeah.
after, a little bit after this podcast gets
Right.
released. So, I mean, those are all good deals to get your father, or if you're just a guy who wants to get a good deal. I mean,
Yes.
there'll be decoys and waiters and all the fun stuff in that too.
Exactly. So you got to make sure you sign up for that. The other thing that you should sign up for is our text program,
You got the
and I've got it.
so everybody gets their phone out,
Yeah.
ready to go.
So take your phone out right now. Okay, good. Got it. And you're going to go to your text, and you're going to text the word fish, F-I-S-H, Frank, Ida, Sam, Henry. Text the word fish to the number 56129.
You did that really professionally.
Yeah, it's like an infomercial. So I had to pull out my phonetic alphabet.
Yeah.
So text the word fish to 56129. It's going to text you back, and it's going to ask you, there'll be a link there. Don't click that link. Your next text needs to be your month, day, and year, your birth date. And that allows us to start sending you a text on special sales, events coming up, all sorts of,
Yeah.
if we're doing a big clearance sale, you're going to get all that. But
So-
we need your birth date because you got to be a certain age under Missouri law.
Legality reasons. we have to have
Legality
a birthday.
reasons. So when you text fish to 56129, the first thing it's going to do is text you back. You're going to see a highlighted blue link or whatever. Don't click that. what you need to do is text your month, day, and year. And then you'll be ready. And then anytime we do a special sale or event or like, that's what we are getting into. So a lot of our ads are digital now. It's the way of the world. Everything's digital. And so like the truckload flyer, you talked about the Father's Day ad.
We have in-store weekly specials. So what
in-store
if you
weekly
texted,
specials, yeah.
If you texted Fish to that number, you're signed up for the in-store text that group. You're part of the store, the local guys. Okay?
Yes.
If you text Hunt to that same number, Pat, what's the number?
56129.
You text Hunt to 56129. You're a part of the online customer group. So you get text according to the website. 56129. If you text Fish, you're in the store program. You're going to get the in-store weekly ad that goes out every Tuesday. So pretty much every Tuesday.
You don't want to miss out.
Yep.
You could text to both, just in case you want to make a trip to the store.
Yep.
Or you want to go online that day.
So
you could live in Liberty and still order online.
Correct. And get it next day, pretty much.
Yeah. Or if I know you, I'll bring it to you.
But no, the fishing if you text Fish and you get a part of the store ad every week, those are like, sometimes they're specials that we really can't advertise. We secretly advertise them. Like, so you get a little bit better deals, going into the store.
If you live within our region and you're listening to this, you can head over to the Rogers Local Shopper Facebook page.
Yeah.
But I would say if you live, within a 3-hour radius of the store, that'd be a good Facebook page to join.
Because you post stuff on there about
I post, new products come in, or hey, we've got this going on today, some impromptu sale that, we might do that day only. So a lot of local customers, kind of pay attention to that. And, anyways, just another avenue to, so, I talked about my fishing trip, going to Minnesota. We probably all got some trips. Hayden, you going anywhere this summer? I know you just got back. You had a wedding or something, but graduations, all you graduates out there, congratulations. So yeah, that's big. But summer plans, and then let's touch real quick on me.
Okay.
Well, what do you got?
I was going to say what the podcast after this. I was gonna drop a little hint on some new stuff coming out.
Oh yes. So that's kind of where I'm going, but whether you're dropping hints or something that we just got in, let's touch on a couple new products that maybe people don't know about yet that Rogers is carrying. So,
which ones do you want me to talk about?
Well, we could do any of them as they come to mind. So one is the light boot.
Yeah, that's it feels like a croc, but it's a rubber boot that's all molded in one piece. So
it's awesome.
So the waterproofness is like legit.
Yeah, I think they're
like, there's no stitch seam that's going to fail or anything to seep through.
Yeah, it's seamless.
It's a seamless, just molded boot.
One molded boot. I think they're under 8 ounces each boot.
They're light, like the name.
Like they're, LITE. If you want to look them up, like if you just wanted to know about that company, you can Light Boots and go to their webpage, but you can kind of see what they look like. But we offer those now, so that's super cool. We got to see them at the NWTF.
Yeah.
Everybody's walking around with those boxes. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah. Got to get some light boots, man.
So we've got those. That's a new product.
So another thing on our website and in store, I think, but Free Fly. Have you got that in store?
What is it?
Free Fly clothing?
Probably not yet. So if, as me and Chandler are discussing here, if everybody doesn't know, so anything we order or new product is always going to come to the warehouse first.
Yep. And then they bring it over to the store.
We bring it over, yeah.
So a new clothing company to our website, Free Fly, is a really popular bamboo summertime, springtime apparel company. They have like hooded long sleeve shirts for fishing, and they're bamboo, and they got like long sleeve crews. They're super soft and super thin and like breathable, great for this time of year to go fishing. So fishing and just be outdoors, hiking, whatever you want to do. You're in your garden,
Free fly.
You got that green thumb. Free fly.
Nice.
Some good stuff.
I've checked that out.
Yeah.
That's new.
I don't want to just list off all Rogers products, but we have a lot of the
Yeah,
Tough
there's-
Light shorts
there's
is what I'm wearing right now from Rogers. Tough Light shorts.
Yeah, there's a lot of new. You've probably, a lot of you might own our fishing apparel from years past, but we've got a whole new lineup this year. Vented, with the
we have long sleeve
UPF
crew.
shirts with some of them have the built-in face mask, which is also
Removable.
updated. You can remove it.
Yeah.
So all sorts of Roger stuff. Obviously, we talked about baits. There's new fishing baits that if you haven't seen, that Shimano one, that KGB Spro glide bait. In the hunting side,
There's some new stuff coming down the line. I just don't want to talk about it until we got it. But there's some new,
there'll be some decoys.
new water motion, new decoys, obviously from certain companies.
Yep.
Some companies will have more. Some will have one or two.
Yeah. Seems like every year, these companies will put out one or more new products. New water motion, I know.
Yeah, some new companies
It's coming
some water
out.
motion. Yeah. So another one that's coming back out is Fast Strike. I say. So that's a company that, if you've never seen Fast Strike blinds, they're like a panel. It's like a panel system where you put your grass into, and it's folding. Like it's 2 4-foot sections that fold down. It's portable, and you can build whatever style blind you want.
Yeah, I would call it a hunt anywhere, hide anywhere.
There you go.
Blind.
Now you're the marketing guy for Fast Strike.
That's literally what you do with it, though.
Yeah.
You can hunt anywhere and you can hide anywhere, no matter what brush you're in, trees, grass,
We've done a
water.
podcast with Scott, the creator of Fast Strike, years ago. So really early on in the podcast feed. So we might have to get him back on and talk about it. But COVID kind of put a little damper on that company. It's a smaller company that just makes one product and they make some accessories for it. So they have struggled getting some product in during that time. We haven't seen them on the website in a few years. People are still asking for them. They had a lot of demand up north and outfitters in Canada, up north. Arkansas had some stuff in the in the rice fields that they want to use those for covering up pit blinds or not using pit blinds, all that good stuff. But they're a great blind to use wherever.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
you can use them if you're a guy that wants to take your ground blind in and out each day, like deer hunting, instead of brushing it in and leaving it.
Yeah, you can just bring
This is a great option to hide your ground blind, and then not have to worry about poking a branch through your blind or doing all that if you don't want to leave it out.
Yeah.
Anyways, hide anywhere, hunt anywhere. Fast Track for you. That's a new one. We kind of hit on. I know
That Fenwick Techno
Moultrie,
PX.
the Fenwick.
Yeah. The
Moultrie
Moultrie
cell
Edge Pro.
cam.
Edge Pro's coming out here shortly.
I mean, sick
yeah.
camera.
Wireless camera that's going to be able to just send you the pics you want to see.
Yeah.
If you want to only see bucks,
Boop.
touch a
And
button.
not just any. I mean, if it's got one spike,
You'll get it.
it'll show up. Turkeys, it'll show you just turkeys. It'll show you just spikes. Show you does. It'll show you trespassers
Yeah.
if that's what you want. So, yeah, keep up to date. That's another one too. If you're part of the text program, you're part of all this stuff going on. Anyways, popular. See,
Yeah.
that's
Good
another
stuff
way
coming.
to keep up with the new products going on. So yeah, exciting news this year for Rogers with the shipping and the website. The important dates I threw out to you: August 4th, 5th, Waterfowl Weekend; August 26th, Whitetail Weekend. So make sure you mark those down. We'll obviously do our Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. We'll have a truckload flyer coming out. Probably something for Christmas. Never too early to start doing that.
Another one that's popular, I don't know exactly when it goes out, is our Big Duck ad.
Yeah,
It's a
Big Duck ad.
ad. It's in October every year, and it's just like kind of a preseason duck hunting ad. So
Right.
Exactly.
So,
well, there's a lot of information. So we
know
might
it was
do
a lot,
stuff like we might do podcasts like these every 60 days or something.
yeah,
like
we're
that.
trying to keep you in the loop and
What's new, what's hot's coming in.
keep you up to date. What do you think, Hayden? Anything?
How about our podcast? We tease that?
Yeah, that's what I was getting to until
yeah.
we went a different direction.
I know we went down a rabbit hole.
A podcast coming out right after this. We're going to tease. We've actually traveled out to the East Coast and went to a ammunition factory, and the brand starts with a K, and I'll let you guys figure that out. But
There you go.
they're releasing some new products, and I can't really say much more than that. We have an announcement on June 1st about what they're releasing. It's pretty cool. We got to see it being built. We got to see it in the ballistic lab, and we got to see a lot of cool stuff about what it does. And that's coming out June 1st. We're going to have a podcast to follow that goes into detail about this new load.
Mm-hmm.
And and we'll have some videos on social media. You guys check it out. Because we went out, and me and Pat and the kind of film crew went out there and got to hang out. It was pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So that's coming out a few days after this, around June 1st, or I guess on June 1st is when the podcast will drop.
Got to pay attention.
Yeah.
Pay attention to that. And a good way to pay attention to that is
Yep.
by going to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, so you get all the new videos we put out. And then obviously we're on all the socials.
Yep.
Facebook, Twitter now,
Twitter,
Instagram. So make sure you follow all those.
TikTok.
TikTok. TikTok. We do a lot of short reels on there and have some fun on there too. And go to Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts and make sure you
Give us a like, subscribe, and all that stuff.
Rate us, hit that 5 stars, and then don't be afraid to message us on any of those social platforms of any questions you have or
podcast at RogerSportingGoods.com.
podcast ideas, things you want to hear, all that good stuff. So we love it. We appreciate everybody that supports us over the last 40-some years, and we're really trying to make it good for everybody and keep this thing growing. So
that's it. All right, go out and catch some fish. That's all I'm saying. Go catch some fish. Enjoy the lake. We got Memorial Day coming up. It'll be over by this time's out.
But hopefully you enjoyed it. Catch them fishies. So thanks for joining us, and until next time, we will see you later.
Holla.
I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges.